So, what is Yoga Nidra? Well, it's a holistic practice that's thousands of years old and that takes care of all layers of the self. This means the biological, physiological layer of the self, the physical body, as well as our energy levels, our vitality, our life force, and also our psychology, our mental and emotional processes, our personality, and of course, our spiritual health, our spiritual connection and well-being. Yoga Nidra was originally used as a path or practice for self-realization, meeting the soul, the Atman, a path for realizing union with the divine. In fact, the term yoga is often translated as union with the divine, but another translation for yoga is awakening to all that is, awakening to the interconnectedness of all things, and then Nidra is usually translated as deep sleep. So it's like a play on words, awakening to the practice of deep sleep. And in the practice of Yoga Nidra, traditionally you lie on your back, although this can be modified if you have some kind of injury or you're unable to lie on your back for whatever reason. But traditionally, Yoga Nidra is practiced lying supine, and you simply close your eyes and listen to the voice of a guide who facilitates the process and takes you down through the layers of the self into a state of deep relaxation where your brainwaves slow down and replicate the state of deep sleep. But the difference is, in the practice of Yoga Nidra, you are actually still awake. So it's a form of conscious sleep. The body is put to sleep. Our mental activity is put to sleep. Our thoughts and emotions, our personality are put to sleep. But we, our awareness, remains awake. So why would we want to take ourselves down into a state that resembles deep sleep? Well, the state of deep sleep is where we usually meet what is described as our true nature. Our true nature is often described as a state of deep happiness, deep rest, unshakable peace, and we usually encounter it every night during deep sleep. The only problem is when we wake up and come back online again, so to speak, we re-encounter all our worries, all our anxieties, and all our physical ailments, everything that we forgot while we were in the state of deep sleep, we remember in the so-called waking state, and we forget the deep happiness and peace we enjoyed in deep sleep. So Yoga Nidra is a way of staying awake while you encounter the happiness that we all enjoy in the state of deep sleep. And this state is sometimes described as a form of enlightenment, realization, union with the divine. When your ego personality is put to sleep, you are able to awaken within the divine. It's like these two parts of the self cannot coexist. We often can't remember what it's like to be happy when you're in the ego state or in the beta brainwave state. And similarly, we can't remember our misery when we're in that deep sleep state. So the practice of Yoga Nidra is a way of cultivating the happiness and peace of deep sleep whilst still awake and bringing all that healing and rejuvenation that we get in deep sleep with us into our waking life at a conscious level. And Yoga Nidra has enormous benefits on the physical and biological levels, in terms of psychology, in terms of rewiring the brain, and in terms of soothing the nervous system. Because it replicates the state of deep sleep, sometimes in the beginning, when people are new to Yoga Nidra, they tend to fall asleep while practicing it. And that's usually because it's sleep that they really need if they're in a sleep-deprived state. So the practice helps to and regulate your body's processes in all ways. Hormonally, physiologically, in terms of your brain chemistry, your nervous system, psychologically, and spiritually. As I've said, Yoga Nidra has enormous benefits and it's very healing. So, if you haven't encountered this practice before, I look forward to introducing you to the practice of Yoga Nidra on this channel.